In 2021, Pat Gelsinger returned to Intel, the company where he started his career. He came back as CEO, a position of immense power in the tech world. Gelsinger, a respected engineer, was tasked with reviving the struggling giant. Intel, once the undisputed leader in chip-making, had fallen behind. Gelsinger, with his deep knowledge of Intel and the industry, seemed like the perfect candidate. He had a bold vision to make Intel the top chip manufacturer again. His plan was ambitious, involving massive investments in new factories and cutting-edge technology. The goal was to catch up and surpass competitors like TSMC, the world's largest contract chip maker. Gelsinger's plan, dubbed IDM 2.0, was a radical departure from Intel's past. It aimed to transform the company from a primarily integrated manufacturer into a major player in the foundry business. This meant producing chips designed by other companies, putting Intel in direct competition with TSMC. The move was seen as a necessary gamble. By opening its fabrication plants, or fabs, to outside customers, Intel could potentially gain access to a wider market and generate much-needed revenue. However, it also meant going head-to-head with a company that had a significant head start and a dominant market share. Gelsinger's ambition, however, came at a cost. His comments about Taiwan, calling the island geopolitically unstable, were seen as a slight against TSMC, a Taiwanese company. These remarks created tension between the two companies. The relationship, once collaborative, turned frosty. TSMC, a key supplier to Intel, reportedly revoked discounts it offered. This added financial pressure on Intel, which was already investing heavily in its turnaround plan. The situation highlighted the high stakes and the intense competition in the semiconductor industry. Under Gelsinger's leadership, Intel has embarked on a massive spending spree. Billions of dollars are being poured into building new factories in the US and Europe. This is part of a larger effort to bring semiconductor manufacturing back to Western shores. However, these investments have come at a price. Intel's revenue and stock price have fallen significantly since Gelsinger took over. The company has reported consecutive quarterly losses, and its market value has plummeted. Investors are worried about the company's ability to compete and generate returns. Adding to Intel's woes are delays and technical issues with its much-anticipated 18A chip process. This next-generation technology is crucial for Intel to regain its technological edge. However, the development has been plagued by setbacks, pushing the timeline further out. These delays have raised concerns about Intel's ability to deliver on its promises. The company is facing intense competition from TSMC and Samsung, both of which are also investing heavily in advanced chip technologies. The delay of 18A has cast a shadow on Intel's future, making investors and customers alike question its ability to catch up. Intel's struggles are playing out against a backdrop of geopolitical tensions. Semiconductors are now seen as strategic assets, essential for everything from smartphones to military equipment. The US is keen to reduce its reliance on Asian chip makers, particularly TSMC, which is based in Taiwan. Gelsinger has positioned Intel as a national champion, arguing that a strong domestic chip industry is crucial for US economic and national security. He has successfully lobbied for government subsidies to support Intel's expansion plans. The company is now at the center of a global battle for technological supremacy in the semiconductor industry. Despite the challenges, Gelsinger remains optimistic. He argues that Intel is on the right track and that the company's investments will pay off in the long run. He points to the progress made in areas like advanced packaging and the company's growing foundry business as signs of positive momentum. However, doubts linger. The semiconductor industry is notoriously cyclical and capital-intensive. Competition is fierce, and technological advancements are happening at a rapid pace. Intel's success is far from guaranteed. The company is facing an uphill battle, and it remains to be seen whether Gelsinger's vision will be enough to restore its former glory. The weight of expectation is heavy on Gelsinger's shoulders. He is tasked with nothing less than reviving an American icon. His success or failure will have far-reaching consequences, not just for Intel, but for the entire United States technology sector. The coming years will be crucial for Intel. The company is betting big on Gelsinger's vision. Only time will tell if he can deliver on his promises and lead Intel back to the top. The world is watching closely as the semiconductor giant navigates these turbulent times. Intel's success is not just about corporate profits. It has become a matter of national importance. The United States is increasingly reliant on foreign companies for its supply of semiconductors, a situation that is seen as a national security risk. Intel's efforts to ramp up domestic chip production are seen as vital for securing America's technological future. The company's success could help reduce US dependence on foreign chip makers and strengthen its position in the global technology race. The jury is still out on Pat Gelsinger's tenure as CEO of Intel. He has made bold bets, invested heavily, and talked a big game. But the results have yet to materialize. Intel remains in a precarious position, facing stiff competition and technological challenges. The next few years will be critical for the company. If Gelsinger's plan succeeds, Intel could regain its position as the world's leading chip maker. If it fails, the consequences could be dire, not just for Intel, but for the United States technology industry as a whole. The story of Intel under Pat Gelsinger is a story of ambition, risk, and uncertainty. It is a story that is still being written. The outcome will have profound implications for the future of technology and the global balance of power.